What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? You know how we get down. You either get right or you get left. Welcome to the BirdCage, man. We got a little something hit by, you know what? Before we get this thing started, y'all do us a simple favor. Hit that like and subscribe button for us. It's the lifeline of the show. We definitely appreciate you taking time out of your schedule just to hang out with us tonight. You know, this thing is just as natural as a rabbit hitting a brow patch. You at home with us, baby. You gonna fit right in. So we gonna slide it up. Man, what's up, Cam? You know you getting ready to start some mess with that real gray beard mess, right?
No, I'm not. I'm the real one. Then
You know what? Between you and Glenn, y'all getting ready to be on that foolishness. I already see this now. You already starting trouble right now. Man. But other than that, man, we definitely got some interesting things to talk about today. Just getting ready to get started. We got some folks that's gonna pop in, and we're also gonna do a fan segment tonight. And with everything that we got going, it's definitely getting ready to get real interesting when you're talking about training camp this year, man. So how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling real good about it. We got a lot to talk about though.
Yeah. Hey man, I see somebody else done popped in the building. We got K-Dub. I guess he's trying to get his sound right, I think, making sure that screen is right. But we'll pop him in a sec, man, just to get him going. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Hey, today's episode is called Looking for Smoke, Ready to Cash in the Wins, Training Camp Begins. So in other words, right now we've been hearing all the talk. Right now we're looking for some smoke, and we're looking to go ahead and put foot and hands to a couple of folks out here that are Saints fans that's been talking, Panthers fans been talking, and we've also heard Bucks fans talking. So we hear you, but we definitely ain't really feeling it though. We talking about it, but we got K-Dub in the building. What's up, K? Guess he's not on yet. Having some technical difficulties. We'll bring him back when he's situated. But Cam, what's up, Jaden? Everybody tapping in. Thank y'all for coming in. Let's go ahead and get this thing started off right tonight. The other position that can make or break the Falcons season, offensive line. Cam, I'm going to go ahead and read something for you, and I want you to go ahead and just elaborate on this because this is going to be coach speak or whatnot and how we doing this thing, man. So when you look at it, Caleb McGarry retired this offseason. Elijah Wilkinson is in Arizona getting Carson Beck killed right now. Then you got to also look at the fact that they signed Jawan Taylor after the Chiefs cut him, and then you still have Wanye Morris or whatnot that's still here at this point. And then you have Matthew Bergeron entering pretty much the contract year this year. He's going to try to get him some money, and I think it's well-deserved for the work that he has put in at this point. How do you feel this offensive line is going to shape up? Because we already know that the right tackle spot is the position that's going to tell everybody a lot at this point. Going to tell everybody a lot at this point because to me, I feel like the right tackle spot is the spot that's going to make or break this season. That's my opinion. I said it on Bumper to Bumper. How do you feel about this comment that's been made by bloggingdirty.com talking about the offensive line and how it can make or break this position, even though we do have a seasoned veteran coach and Coach Callahan taking over? How do you feel about that?
I'll say this: the offensive line will create a season that's boom or bust. Mm-hmm. We'll be as good as the offensive line is because we see what the defense has become. We see where it is headed. The one question that we have consistently had is how good can the offensive line be? They've made some strides, yes, but they've also had some stops last year, especially when it came to allowing hits on our quarterback. So I think we're only going to go as far as the offensive line because if we can keep either Michael Penix, Tua, whoever we have playing quarterback, if we can keep them upright and we can give them time to let our weapons become weapons, that puts us in a very good position to win football games. But again, it all starts up front. And it really depends on who's going to take over that right side to protect the blind side of either one of our quarterbacks. I feel if we can move Bergeron to his natural position, that would help.
At that tackle spot, by the way, because most people don't know that he was a tackle in college. He just ended up becoming a very good guard coming to Atlanta because it was needed at the time.
Move him back to his original position, and then we can slide. I forgot the young man's name. We can slide him back into his regular position. So, it's a very good chance of our season going up in flames if we cannot find the right combination for this offensive line to keep the quarterback standing upright.
What's going on, K-Dub? How you doing? Welcome.
Glad to see everybody tonight in the BirdCage. A couple minutes late, had to get some technical difficulties, like the story was saying, but it's glad to be in the building. It's the eve of a new season. I know it hasn't started out right with the quarterback situations and the offensive line like we're talking about now, but good to be in the building tonight, man.
Most definitely. And when you look at everything that we have going on with the offensive line, the continuity is the biggest thing that has to come together. Been preaching this for years. We finally have a competent offensive line coach in the building that actually knows how to coach pass protection. The question with the whole thing with pass protection at this point is, are we gonna be able to really pass protect for this team and be able to keep whoever is in the back upright? Because right now you got Cooper Rush today that went 2 out of 4. Jack Strand, rookie today, he went 6 out of 9, which is not bad for a guy that has never played a snap, and he's going up against the NFL defense day in and day out. Avion Terrell had a pass breakup. These are some of the notes that went down today. So I'm looking at it like this. We only go as far as the offensive line. Hey, look who's in the building after a long hiatus. We got Coach Brand in the building. What's up, Coach?
What's going on, Coach?
Shout out to Coach Brand out there in Tennessee doing his thing or whatnot. But looking back at it right now, been telling folks at this juncture, it doesn't matter who's at quarterback right now. It really doesn't. If we can't block for them, I'm going to make this simple. If we can't block for them, you're going to have more guys getting hurt at this point, because you saw Penix went down last year. Before that, you had Kirk Cousins that had a shoulder injury, an ankle injury. Then you saw Desmond Ridder get banged up. You saw Mariota get banged up and hurt. So again, until we fix that right side of that line, we're going to still have these same conversations. So again, hopefully Coach Callahan gets this thing together, because this right here is definitely going to be the position that's the most important on this team this year at this point. Moving on to the next subject, we're going to talk a little bit about Adam Schefter at this point. Adam Schefter kind of talked a little bit about where the quarterback battle is heading at this point, because he had some words with Kevin Stefanski, of course. He said he heard Stefanski praising Tua during the offseason and talking about how impressed he was with his accuracy. As Schefter said, when I heard Stefanski speak in glowing terms about Tua, I said to myself, I think that's a little, excuse me, didn't want to choke like that. I think it's a little hint into where the quarterback battle could be heading. In other words, because Tua has been getting all the first team reps, minus yesterday with a sore back, they're pretty much leaning, and we all know that with the tea leaves and how it's going, they're going to probably have Tua as the starter. They're not going to have an undrafted free agent rookie as the starter. And Cooper Rush definitely isn't starting. He just got here. And Penix still has to get cleared. Still has 4 weeks to wait, as he said. But again, we're still going off what the doctors are saying right now, because they aren't comfortable enough to clear him yet. But again, this is leaning towards Tua. K-Dub, at this point, we look at Tua being a guy that's banged up, and you see Jack Strand getting all these snaps right off the bat. What is your comfort level with having a guy that doesn't know this offense? He's been here. He's never played an NFL snap. How comfortable do you have a guy that's a bit of a gunslinger, that's a young guy that possibly could be called on early this year?
Man, he has to get called into action. We've had worse quarterbacks starting in the previous regime. So I mean, it's what it is. It looks like it's on pace to be one of the same seasons we've been having. So we'll see what happens, man. I mean, throw him out there, see what he got.
Coach Brant, you ain't right for that.
What do you
He's
say?
talking,
I didn't see. He
he's
went,
talking
oh.
about Tua. He said he needs a padded helmet.
He need more than a padded helmet.
I mean, hey, listen. Now I made the joke about this. I made the joke about this in the space the other day. Look, we said Tua, it's a family show, but I go ahead and crack a little joke. Look, Tua say he want to be a family man, so he already getting started. That's probably why his back tight right now, trying to create more babies. So hey, it's just what it is at this point. You know, the man trying to create the family life he want. He said he was a family man, so maybe he's starting to, like we said. I made the comment about us being as comfortable as a rabbit in a brow patch. Maybe he might be getting ready to reproduce like a rabbit. We don't know. But Tua, we need you to be 100% or at least 80% before the season starts, man. This is
If
rough.
if you deal with a bad back, that's not pretty good. So I'm kind
Exactly.
of weary of that. I mean, it might be tight right now, but you're gonna be taking hits and hits and more hits, and that back doesn't just get better overnight. It's just not something that get better overnight. So that kind of wearies me. A lot of people are not really talking about it like they should. They're just kind of sweeping it under the rug because his year 2023. But this guy's had a list of injuries too. So, but like he said, right now he's in the driver's seat, and I'm glad he's in the driver's seat because let my guy heal. I'm kudos to that doctor for giving him more time to get ready to go and just rushing him out there like I think the doctors did in college. I just feel like in college is a more of a win-win now situation. You don't have the guys that long on your roster, so they're pushing these guys to get back on the field. And the NFL is different. This doctor's dealing with your career, not a couple games and not a season. So
Yep.
kudos to that doctor for holding Penny's back because it looked like when he's giving that interview like he was chomping at the bit to get out there, but the doctor like, no man, you got about 4 more weeks. We're gonna give it time because we don't want to rush you out there. So uh, and especially with this offensive line not being solidified, and like we talked about earlier, getting two starting caliber quarterbacks hurt, I'm just weary of this line anyway. So let Tua go back out there like Adam Schefter was saying, and let's see what he got then with
So
that tightness at his back.
So here's a little breaking news or whatnot. This is why Jeff Ulbrich was not there today. I gotta go ahead and talk about it. Jeff Ulbrich's wife passed away. The Falcons just announced it. So
Oh
this is
my
breaking
God!
news. This is
All
the reason
right,
why Coach Ulbrich was not there today. So a
all
prayer
right.
to the Ulbrich family. Rest in peace to Miss Ulbrich.
R.I.P. Man. R.I.P.
And right now, the most important thing for him right now
Whew.
is him and his family trying to get through this process. And at this point, this is one of the hardest things. If anybody has ever had anybody, a spouse, a mother, I mean, when you've had immediate family pass, that is one of the hardest things to do. And then he still eventually has to come back and do his job. But at this point, look, take all the time you need, coach, because again, you're human. This is a game. Your lifelong partner has been called to heaven. So go ahead, take all the time you need. Hey, we pretty much got much love for you over here, and we want you to get back to football when you're ready. Don't rush it. Take your time because it's going to be a hard thing getting through this process. So rest in peace to Miss Ulbrich. Um, Getting to the next topic, we've heard the whispers in the wings also about if this season doesn't go well. There's been talks about possibly Joe Burrow or even CJ Stroud. And the thing is, at this point, Joe Burrow has won playoff games. And the sad part about it is a guy with his type of talent has had a god awful offensive line his whole time he's been in the league. The whole time he's been in the league. The same thing that Penix is struggling from right now, and the same thing many other quarterbacks are struggling with. But then you have CJ Stroud, a guy that showed that he could win in the playoffs when he has talent around him. But if you looked at it when Tank Dell went down and they started having all kinds of injuries, offensive line, defense wasn't there, that he took a lot of the heat for it, but he got beat up. But He showed that he's durable and he can also play and win in the playoffs. The question is, if things don't go right for the Falcons quarterback nucleus at this point, could we be seeing one of these guys in Atlanta if we don't draft a rookie at this point? Coach, I'm going to let you start this one and then K-Dub.
Well, with the report that came out around 3:30, the Texans and CJ Stroud are actually in talks for a contract extension. So seeing him come to Atlanta is a wish and a dream. But Joe Burrow is a very good possibility, and it may happen sooner rather than later, because there were reports that we were almost getting him last year. So when it comes down to it, I don't care who, and I don't care where they're from. If you can win football games, put on the uniform and let's do it. I'll give you all the support you need. Whether I'm right or wrong, I will ride for you when you wear that uniform. I just want someone to come in and lead us to a championship at this point.
Facts. And at this point, when you say that, it's just who can you trust at this point to come here? Because here's the thing. Joe Burrow's got pretty much the best wide receiver next to JSN in the NFL right there in Cincinnati. And if you were to bring him here, if you solidified this offensive line, because Callahan was there as an O-line coach when they went to the Super Bowl, if you remember, he was there, and they were actually decent enough to get there. But at this point, you got a guy that also has an injury history that you'd be taking a gamble on, even though he's proven. You'd be taking another gamble on an injury-riddled quarterback. I would say CJ Stroud is still young, hasn't been hurt, knock on wood, and has playoff experience. So for me, I'm looking at it like this. If Houston, well, you already said Houston's not letting him go, which would be dumb if they did. But if they did somehow let him go, I wouldn't be opposed to bringing him in before Burrow. And the reason I say that is because we already got two quarterbacks that have injury histories. There's no need to bring in a third unless we are that desperate to bring in a guy with that type of experience. K-Dub?
I mean, you pretty much hit it. I was going to say the same thing. I won't bring anybody else with more injury history because Joe Burrow, he plays well when he's healthy, but he's not healthy enough for me. I mean, your biggest ability is your availability. These guys just aren't available. Can we just get us a quarterback that'll be good for us, that'll stay on the field? I mean, we were spoiled. I didn't. You don't realize it, but we were spoiled by Matt Ryan being an Iron Man, being a Cal Ripken type of player that goes out there tooth and nail to go out there and fight for every yard he can and try to get as many wins as he can to stay on the field. So I think those days are over with these guys playing like a Matt Ryan and playing through a lot of injuries. These guys, the kids of today, they like the load management, load rest, all this rest and relaxation and R&R. I don't know. It's not. That's why I could tell I'm getting too old for it because I don't understand it, man. But that's the days and the times that we're living in. It's happening in female sports and women's sports also. So that's just the times we're living in. These guys are just not gonna play like your mom and dad or your grandpa or grandpappy or anybody that plays. So it's a different league. We have to adjust to it, just like NIL era and things of that nature. So we just got to deal with what we have today, and that's softer players. I mean, they are very more athletic and faster and stronger, but they are not as durable as the latter years. You know, they can't take the injuries and the pounding like back in the day did. So I mean, it is what it is. I would prefer a CJ Stroud over Joe Burrow. But like Coach Cam was saying, if he's going to get a new contract extension, I think that's a pipe dream that we're selling to each other, and we just got to move on with the guys we got in house, man. The Cooper Rushes of the world, and I'm just saying, that's what we got. That's what we get on the roster. So
I'm sorry, it was this is why I'm laughing. Hold up, y'all. Look, we have human moments on the show during the production. Look, that was a human moment. Look, the disgust. Listen, the disgust.
And that's the BirdCageLLC with K-Dub.
Listen, the disgust that you said that with is exactly what I felt in the pit of my stomach when they signed him yesterday. I
I
said,
mean,
man, out of all people, I said Dallas done passed him off. Freaking Baltimore done passed him off. We bringing him here. Look, I'm gonna keep this. Y'all can laugh at me, say what you want. Hell, at this point, if the Rams cut Stetson Bennett, bring him here. At least we gonna fill up the stadium with Stet. That's my thing. I'm
yeah,
chuckling
man.
about it, but hell, I'll take him before I take Cooper Rush. That's why I'm saying that.
I just noticed that played well in this building. I mean, so I
Exactly.
mean, you gotta tap on that tire, man. They got too many quarterbacks out there. I mean, like, why not?
And,
If they
and
if you can pry them away from the Rams, man, go ahead and get it
but
and
here,
try to put them out there.
but here's the scary part. Kevin Stefanski's gone through 13 quarterbacks during his time as a head coach.
Yeah, he
Oh,
been through
yo, this is,
he
wait a
been
minute.
through he been through quite a few, man.
Hey, somebody done popped up in here, man. Look who done decided to pop up.
Oh yeah. Oh
Hey,
yeah.
you see what this
Oh
is?
yeah.
Hold on. Let them know.
The real great beard. The
Oh,
real
yeah.
OG.
Hey,
Oh,
the
yeah.
real OG Graybeard.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Cam with all that
real,
noise. Oh
the
yeah.
real OG.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Oh,
Acknowledge it.
Lord.
Man, acknowledge that. Man, go ahead. What's going on with y'all, man? How y'all doing?
Hey, man, the voice you hear in the back saying, let them know, rest in peace to Bigger Rankin, Jacksonville, Florida legend,
Yeah,
Duval
man.
County,
R.I.P. man.
to Atlanta, put Jeezy on the map, or helped put Jeezy on the map, and many other artists. Man, shout out to Bigger Rankin, as we always say. Let them know. Let them know. Pum, pum, pum. Hey, we on one tonight, but rest in peace to Mr. Bigger Rankin. But let's get back to these Falcons, man. Appreciate you for
Yeah.
joining us, Graybeard. So,
No. That's Glenn. I'm Graybeard.
Man, shut up. That
That's
tainted beard.
Glenn.
hey, no. See, you my guy and all, Coach Cam, but I was the one who started calling him Graybeard out of a joke, and that's done ran and stuck. So he's Graybeard, bro. I can't sit there and say nothing about you.
Forever.
You might be
You're-
missing.
Sir, you
Hey.
are Glenn. Okay?
Nah, that's Graybeard.
That's Rusty
Great.
Glenn.
Oh,
But
Rusty
man.
Glenn. That
let's
is
talk
his
a bit about
name.
it, man. And we're talking about offense at this point. No, we
Acknowledge
haven't
me.
signed the full. So, Coach Brent, we haven't signed the fullback yet, but I got a little something that we got to also read. Coach Brent might like this. See, anytime you start talking Tennessee football, he pop up in the chat. You see how that go? I'm hurt about this one. And this is a man that's still Cedric Tillman. No, his stats are not as impressive with his first few years, but the one thing that he brings to the table at this point is stability, and he understands Kevin Stefanski's system because he pretty much played in it his whole time. And if you're going to trade someone, Mike Hughes got to go. If you can trade him for Mike Hughes at this point, make that swap, because not only are you bringing in wide receiver depth is what we're going to need. This is a guy that knows the system and is going to make it easier for the quarterbacks. You also have to look at the fact that he's a special teams ace as well, and he's very physical at that receiver spot. The numbers aren't as beautiful, but he fits this system very well. And I think that
Troy
would be
Anderson.
great for depth. Wait a minute. We gonna get to that. Don't hold your horses. Don't put the wagon before the horse. Gotta let the horse pull the wagon, big dog.
Right.
So when you talk about the Falcons have already added a guy that was here before, Alameda Zaccheaus, a veteran in Jahan Dotson, and then you have a young Zachariah Branch with Drake, and then you still have David Sills that's still here, and you still got Chris Blair that's here. When you look at the wide receiver room, this room has a chance to actually flourish offensively. Has a chance to flourish better than what we've had in the past. Gray, I'm gonna let you start on this one. If you were to trade and bring Tillman in, how do you feel like it would help with the depth?
I mean, it would help out tremendously with the depth, just like you said, and he got multiple uses. I mean, he got a wide receiver that's a veteran wide receiver that you're getting that knows Coach Stefanski's system, and on top of that, he can be another special team guy. That way, we don't have to put Zachariah Branch in harm's way each and every time, either in punt return or kickoff return coverage. I mean, kickoff return. So, I mean, he has many uses or whatever. So, I think it'll be a good move. And then on top of that, it'll really light the fire in that wide receiver room. 'Cause, every snap is important now because we got so many wide receivers fighting for limited slot. So I think it'll be a good move.
Yeah, I agree. But ain't too much more to speak on this guy. It's a possibility that it could happen, but it has been mentioned. So again, as we always say, you never know. We'll find out eventually. Before we get to this part of the show, we got to go ahead and take a quick commercial break. We're going to pay some bills real quick, man. Y'all sit back, relax. We got you covered because we got some interesting things that we're going to talk about. So sit back, relax, and just enjoy. The BirdCageLLC looks to do it again. We got the Falcons Steelers watch party September the 13th, 2026. What location do you say? At Dave & Buster's in Marietta, Georgia.
Now hand me about 4 or 5 little biscuits. I sure am hungry.
On the game day menu, there will be sliders, wings, fries, bottomless non-alcoholic drinks, but we also have a cash bar for those who want to get their drink on, and also we have a full-fledged menu with waiters and waitresses that are going to take your orders. Also, we have on the ones and twos DJ Swats in the building. We're going to have former ball players to come through to the party. Your ticket also registers you for a raffle giveaway. Hey, we got to hit this thing hard like we hit the Saints. Make sure you get your tickets. You don't want to miss. You know how we get down.
You either get right or you get left. Go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a part of the show that a lot of people don't understand, but we coined the phrase. We misspelled this purposely because we don't need trademark infringement. But Piedmont Palisades is the home of the Wounded Falcons. As you can see, we have our apartment building in the back. We have Michael Penix Jr. We have Mr. Tua Tagovailoa, and we have the player president in the back, Mr. Troy Anderson, who's still on the PUP list at this point. And we have the new young man that we just drafted, Mr. Thompson, getting ready to check in temporarily. Now, I'll say this here. I'm pretty much the unofficial landlord of Piedmont Estates, as you can see. We with it today. As you can see. We with it today. So I'm letting you know right now, I'm collecting rent money this early in the season. This is not why I should be collecting rent money. I need to collect this money during the season, not at the beginning. But you know what? Like I said, Piedmont Palisades, home of the Wounded Falcons, are vacant 28 days and 3 hours out of that. As you can catch the joke, 28-3. It's on the shirt. Yeah, I made fun of it. Y'all like to try to clown all the time about 28-3. Guess what? It's definitely a marketing tool. So if you see anybody try to say Piedmont Palisades, it's been here, already labeled. So again, for you content creating thieves out there, we pretty much already have coined this. You got the shirts, we got the merch, it's there. But let's go ahead and get to it. We already had to make sure we put the disclaimer out. If we catch it, I get 50% of whatever you make. But yeah, that's going towards the BirdCage party. So y'all go ahead and donate if you try to steal. But let's get back to it though. When you look at the Falcons players that are injured, we already know about Penix. He's still coming back 4 weeks, possibly. We'll have to see. I'm not pushing it. I'm just gonna let the doctors tell it. Not gonna try to be a fortune teller. Tua was limited with back soreness again, like we said, probably trying to make babies and pull the muscle. Trevor Siemian's been cut, and then you have Troy Anderson, who again knee injury. He's still permanently holding up space and holding up the penthouse suite at the top. D'Angelo Malone has an undisclosed injury right now. He's possibly going to get pretty much put out. Billy Bowman is temporarily there. He just pretty much checks in and out, but he's still been showing up at practice. Jawan Taylor, another guy, just like a Gator, unreliable. He's hurt. And that's the guy that was supposed to be the starting right tackle. He should be back, but we don't know. He's on the PUP list right now. Zach Harrison, undisclosed injury. He should possibly be back. Then you also have Antonio Thompson, who we just talked about, with an undisclosed injury. He got that yesterday. Storm Norton still dealing with a foot injury. And then you have DeMarco Helms that is still dealing with his legs, hamstring injury. And then you have Xavier Watts with minor injury, but he was still out there participating. At this point, we're getting ready to cut at least 3 or 4 of these dudes before this season starts.
Yeah.
Starting with the president.
Let me pull this down because I got to let the folks see the Piedmont Palisades shirt, as you can see. I got to make sure y'all see that. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's official now, dog, like a whistle. So K-Dub, I'm gonna let you start this one, man. When you look at the Piedmont Palisades roster of wounded Falcons, we're not even calling it an injury report. This is pretty much a resident roster. That's what we calling this. With the resident roster that we have, what do you think is going to change for some of these guys? Whether it's scenery or whether it's some of these guys are going to get back, how do you feel like this could possibly change with the new strength and conditioning team that we have? Do you think they can get some of these guys back out here?
Yeah, I mean, I think a few of those guys will get back on the field, but like you said before we started, a lot of them going to be cut, man. They've had too many opportunities to make a splash and make a name for themselves in the NFL. They just haven't done it. They just can't stay themselves healthy. So I believe we'll cut bait with a lot of these guys. But of course, you get Xavier Watts and your Zach. I mean, maybe your Zach Harrisons and the Billy Bowmans of the world will probably make the team. But the rest of these guys, man, we tried, and I just don't feel like they'll be Falcons once week 1 kicks off.
Coach Cam,
I pretty much feel the same way. Why are we holding on to players that aren't going to be able to produce on the football field? Troy Anderson has been here for what, four full years and has played in a handful of games. If I'm correct, his rookie season. So why is he still here? What dirt does he have on the franchise? Because he got something on somebody where he still has a job.
Yeah, you gotta be.
He gotta be the first on the list, man. He gotta be number 1. Because that man done played in like 12 games in like 4 years.
I'm trying to figure out what kind of injury he got, because I'm like, I never seen a guy that missed that much time.
He had a shoulder injury, he had a pectoral injury, and now he had a knee injury.
Oh, so he got this knee injury recently?
Hey,
It had.
Can we? I gotta give. So here's the thing. I'm gonna give a shout out. We gotta give a shout out to the Water Boys. Shout out to Be Rich, man. You know, and my guy and old Trey. But Be Rich, I told you so. You put all that stock into Troy Anderson, fam. We've been trying to tell you, Troy Anderson is as tender as Tommy Hearn's chin against Marvin Hagler in that first round. That's pretty much how tender that chin is, and how his body is built. It's tender. You hit it, it folds.
Tenderism.
That's all I'm saying. That's all it is.
You get tenderness.
And Trey, thank you for standing up and saying what you said when I posted that comment, because we're trying to tell him. He's saying he believes in him, but it's like, look, the man has not been able to sell his property at Piedmont Palisades over here or whatnot, because guess what? He spends so much time at the Green Jello Bar and the Tapioca Strip Club. That's pretty much what that is.
And the
Tapioca Strip Club. God.
I'm trying to tell you. He ain't got lemon pepper. Listen, he don't have lemon pepper wings. He's got rice pudding wings, rice pudding flavored wings, pretty much.
That doesn't even sound attractive.
Hey man, Piedmont Palisades isn't attractive like that. Just on the outside it is.
You can get rice pudding wing flavored wings.
Yes. Troy
Nah,
Anderson
man.
is a regular
Nah.
with the rice pudding wings. What you mean?
Nah, man, we can't. Nah, man, we can't disrespect chicken wings with rice. No, we can't.
Hey,
do
you've
that.
been disrespecting. He been disrespecting us with not being able to play.
Yeah.
Can we?
And,
This dude
people have bought stock into this man. Let's
Stop.
Do you think Troy Anderson could be the biggest buck we ever drafted?
No.
no.
No, he ain't the biggest, but because he's had games where he's showed his, so he had some good games, but he just ain't played enough. Like Coach Cam was saying, he only played a handful. I'm like, great.
Biggest bust. Ray Edwards.
Yeah, that was a huge bust.
Oh yeah. Never mind.
What's that? What's that first round pick we got out of Arkansas? Oh, he up there.
Oh,
Lord, Jamal Anderson. Oh Lord.
Oh my, it was terrible. Terrible.
Yeah, never mind. He in the Hall of Fame. Never mind.
hey man, that's all I can say at this point. And when we talk about these busts and people like that, it's just one of these things that
I think that would be something worth discussing.
that's how I feel. It's worth discussing. But
we could have had our linebacker. He was right there, and we just decided to go with athleticism, and he fast.
well, we already listen, and we already see that N'Kobe Dean got paid. We passed on N'Kobe for this dude, and N'Kobe got picked up by the Raiders and got a paycheck. Now we got his teammate Channing Tindall, but let's be honest, we had a whole different regime in here, and truthfully, Arthur Smith, I hope that you literally flame out at Ohio State. And I hope that they don't win anything, dog. Because at this point, you literally pissed away a lot of great players that we could have had during your time. But because of your stubbornness, you cost us. So it's a reason why you're not a head coach right now, sir. So again, good luck on screwing up that wide receiver room at Ohio State and literally destroying their history of receivers that they have, because we know that you don't like throwing the football. So it is what it is.
He a receiver coach now?
No, he's
illustrious
offensive
words.
coordinator.
I'm like, he done went from head coach to
Hey, right?
receiver coach.
Hey, right? In the illustrious words of Dave Chappelle, I wish all the bad things in the world happen to you.
And nobody else but you. Now I can fit my coat if I know somebody fitting.
Got him.
Oh, hey.
Hey man, that's all you can say with that one.
The OC is corny. The next person while I'm talking is getting, please believe that.
Hey man, but outside of that, man, that's one of the things that you can just sit back and you just laugh at this point, because this thing is hilarious at this point. Now that we have somebody that's competent in this front office, they're able to do a few things. And the last thing that we're gonna talk about after, and then we're gonna open it up to the fans and whatnot. We pretty much have the 53-man roster that's getting ready to be really worked on within the next couple of weeks. You got 53. This roster definitely is getting ready to have some major shakeups. You're going to see guys that's been here for a few years. They're probably going to end up getting their walking papers, or they're going to get sent to the practice squad, and they're going to get beat up a little bit going down that way. And at this point, all about competition. And we already know that they're not going to show anything at training camp when the fans come. They're not showing anything.
No.
They're
Dog
just
and
going
pony
to
show.
keep it vanilla, dog and pony show. But right now, before they really open this thing up, they're literally got guys fighting. We saw Jamar Chase throw a helmet and hit a guy the other day.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And his thing, and if you notice, you had defensive players grabbing that dude, and it's like they're looking at him like, yeah, you ain't finna mess up my money. That's the money maker right there. So at this point, the 53-man roster in Atlanta is all about competition, fellas. Something that we haven't had in a long time. That I'll give Kevin Stefanski. but I still don't trust him. He got to earn my trust this year.
Man, pretty much 90% of the team got to earn my trust this year, man.
Yeah.
But
And
Yeah, 90%. That's a good number, man. About 90%. I trust about
facts.
10%. 10 guys. I probably a few guys I probably can trust that step up and play quality football. But the rest of these guys are just fly by night, man. Y'all ain't did nothing in I don't know how many years, but I'm starting to lose count how many years since we did
how
something work with them.
What
yeah,
is
how
nasty work?
important are these preseason games coming up?
Very.
It's very
You know they're
important. I
gonna rest
mean,
Tua.
they need to try to go out there and build a winning culture even in the preseason. I mean, when the last time I understand that they don't count, but when is the last time we won all our preseason games? Huh.
It's
That's
been
what
a
I'm trying
while.
to figure out. That's what
It's
I'm
been a
trying to
while.
figure out.
It's been a
Hey,
while.
the
Or
last
one,
the last time they won preseason games is when Graybeard actually was called Blackbeard. That's how long ago it's been.
that's,
Damn.
that's pretty funny. But yeah, that's probably right.
Hey,
Been a long time. I tell you that much. It's been a long
Gray,
time.
hey, Gray, it was too easy, man. I'm sorry.
I
It
know.
was just
I know.
uh,
I know. It's good. It's good. The OG. The OG. Taking it on
Hey,
the chin,
No,
you know.
the OG. Say, look, he gotta take it on chin. He standing up for his name. He like, I'm the OG real deal. Great deal.
that's Glenn. He
Right.
keep telling y'all
hey,
that.
Right.
That's
hey,
Glenn.
Graybeard, here's the crazy part. You know, I pretty much came in here with that mentality like the bad guy.
Everybody say hello to the bad guy.
I got that mentality, so it's there. So if a shot is there, it's coming. But let's get back to it though. But when you look at the 53-man roster that they're playing around with right now, I'll be honest with you. If you really think about it, it's gonna get nasty. And I'm gonna be completely honest. I think if Jack Strand continues to keep playing like he's doing right now, and if he does well in training camp, he gonna get that third string spot. Just saying. I got him getting the third string spot because we already know Penix and Tua are going to be 1 and 2. I got him getting it. A lot of people saying Cooper Rush. I think he can beat out Cooper Rush because before Simeon got hurt, he beat him out. So again, it's a chance. Running backs, Bijan Robinson at this point is holding out because he's waiting to get paid. They're looking at
Money.
22 million, but from what we're hearing rumor-wise, it's going to get to about $23 million.
I believe it.
What's going on, Fandemic? Shout out to Atlanta Fandemic. Y'all check out his podcast. He's definitely one of the cats that come in here, Mr. Cowboy. He's a Hurricane fan. He got one of his Hurricanes starting at center for us. So you know he ecstatic or whatnot at this point. He got one of his Miami boys. But he got one of his Miami boys starting. Hey, thank you, Demands. You see, Graybeard, you had gray beard at that time. That's been 24 years ago, my boy. So you actually had black beard at that time. That's why I said it.
I think with the whole running back situation, I think Bijan waiting on what Jameer going to get.
Man,
I
they
think
gonna pay
Jameer going to
Bijan.
I think they talking to each other on the
They
phone.
probably are. They
You
probably
should know
are.
this. They homeboys.
Yeah, man, I'm like they came in the same draft and they both were holding in. I think they said, man, we finna both get paid. Watch this.
Hey,
Watch this.
They about to rekindle the market for real.
Yeah,
facts.
I think they
What I got to say is
communicate.
Hey,
Hey, you know what we getting ready to do? We getting ready to open this thing up for the fans. We just dropped the link, one on Twitter, X, as y'all like to call it, and we got one on YouTube. So if you want to come in here and discuss a little bit with us about topics we talked about tonight, definitely come through because training camp starts this week for everybody. And this is getting ready to be interesting. It's going to be a lot of people that are going to be going, and this is getting ready to be funny as heck this year, seeing what this team is going to be able to do. You hear all the crazy takes during the offseason. You hear it. But then you have a bunch of disappointment after the crazy takes. So at this point, I'm just looking at it like this, fellas. I want us to at least be in the runnings to at least win the division or get a wild card this year. That's how I'm looking at it.
I just want to win a winning record. Then I mean, can we get above 500? I
No,
mean,
no, no.
please.
I see John Harris in the chat. Hey, John, you already see that link in there. I know you're gonna want to pop in.
But my
Like I
question
said,
is for the panel. How many reps do we give Zachariah and all the other rookies that we gained in the next couple of preseason games that we got? How many reps are you satisfied with?
3 series.
10 to 15 at most.
10 to 15 snaps.
plays.
I'm with you on that. That's 3 series. That's
That
3
sound like a very good number, but you want to get those guys acclimated to that new offense. So as many reps as it takes, man. We want to be prepared, and instead of unprepared going into the season, though.
With here's the thing. With all these damn tender players that we got over here that's breaking down like an 87 Chevy, man, we gotta be cautious because the 17-game season is nuts. And
No, man, I understand that though.
What I'm saying is we're really not even gonna know what our team. Here's the thing: we're not gonna have a team identity until week 9 or 10. That is when we're gonna have our identity. At that point, we already know.
I'll be right back.
Yes, sir. We already know that we have our defense, but we also know that the offense right now is trying to figure it out. Yes, they need game speed, but here's the thing: how much of it do you give them early? Because if you lose out on some of these big time players that you've drafted or guys that you brought in to start, that is going to hurt this team production wise this year. So it's a gamble either way.
Yeah.
Less is more. Less is more. You get a small sample size to see what you're going into the season with. Those 10 to 15 plays allow you to get to see three really good series against the number one defense. What's going to work, what's not going to work, what you can change, what you can tweak, and where you can move certain pieces to create mismatches. That's all it's really there for. And if we can do that while keeping those guys healthy, it will help tremendously going into the season, especially with not having as much depth as we would like. Because again, if you're looking at it from right now, we already have way too many injuries, and we're not even near the start of the season yet, and we have way too many injuries. So,
yeah,
that's the next thing. How do we prepare for that?
You can never prepare for the injuries. The only way that you can combat the injuries is by having guys literally get early reps in the preseason early. And when my thing is this, truthfully, I only want to see 2 series with my starters in the first 2 games, just 2 series. Then the third and fourth game, you need to have them play for a whole quarter. That's just me.
Wait. Isn't it only 3 games now for a preseason?
It's only 3 now.
So in the third game for me, I need them to play a whole quarter. I got to remember, I'm sitting here. It's not that I forgot. It's the fact that they've changed it up. And we're used to 4 games, but now it's 3. I feel like this. First game, you get 2 series. Second game, you play a half. Or even, at least majority of the first quarter and some of the second quarter. And then the third game, you play the first quarter and then you're done. That is how I see it. That's how you get your game speed.
Yeah. But I want to see them out there. I don't want to see we ain't playing no starters and all this mess. I don't want to see that crap.
Man, and that's the reason why, and that was the reason why Raheem Morris is not here anymore.
Yeah.
So we dropped the link for the fans. Y'all want to tap in and come in here and chop it up with us, man. We got you covered today because we definitely appreciate you guys really taking time out of your schedule just to spend it with us. But again, like I said before, title of this here is called Looking for Smoke and Ready to Cash in the Wins and training camp begins. So right now, we're looking for all the smoke, whether it's good smoke, negative smoke, we need it. because again, you got to fuel this train, baby. So here's the other thing I want to ask y'all. When we look at the Falcons at this point, matter of fact, look who's coming in here. We got Mr. Fandemic, aka Cowboy. 2 Chains. Hey, he like 2 Chains. He getting that money like 2 Chains. What up, Fandemic?
What's happening?
I see you. Look, I see you got on the Falcon jersey. See, I ain't rocking the Falcon jersey today.
All the time.
Hey, look, Piedmont Palisades. This is the new building for the hurt people. So listen, if you use that term, I'm gonna need my 10%. It's already in the works.
Okay. What's happening with y'all? What y'all up to, man? I hear the good content y'all putting out there. Yeah. Keep it straight.
Man, shoot, we trying to keep it going just like y'all doing over there, over with y'all.
But I ain't doing nothing. Pushing up daisies. I'm trying not to push up daisies. Let me put it like that.
Hey, man.
But I need the fan base though. I need the fan base to just pump their brakes. I mean, any of us who's played football before knows when you coming out of spring training. I mean, coming out of the your off season, you coming into spring training, you're gonna get injuries. You're gonna feel like you can stretch, right, and feel like you need to be put on the PUP list. But anybody who's been around football knows, man, this is just kicking off the rust. That's all it is. And just because you get put on the PUP list does not mean that you're done for the season. That's just saying, hey, you're not ready for practice today or tomorrow. But by the end of the week, maybe next week, you're back in there. You're off the PUP list. But I just need to, injuries gonna happen, right? But take a look at this. None of these injuries that we're facing, nothing that are season ending. None of these guys are risking losing their position. And like I said, man, it's just kicking off the rust. So everybody just pump your brakes up. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be okay.
So what's your excuse for Troy Anderson? Because he's on the part. He owns a penthouse in Piedmont Palisades, my guy. My man got the yellow bar up there, and then he pretty much got the tapioca strip club up there with those rice pudding wings. That's what he got.
Hey man, somebody said it best, man. Somebody said Troy. I mean, he must be part of the mafia or something. He got something on. I don't. But I did realize too, doing a little bit of research, that he's not costing us no money, really and truly. They've been pushing his 5th-year option back. Every time he got hurt, they were able to push his contract back. So he's not costing us a whole lot of money, but he is occupying space. For somebody else who could come and benefit this team a little bit more. But for somebody who has not played as much as he hasn't played, man, he needs to. He has to go. He got to go. I mean, we
all been saying that for the longest. We've been saying that he got to go.
He's been here 3 years too long, to me, in my opinion. He's just been here 3 years too long. Yeah. Look,
I'm gonna take it back to your younger days when you say that. I got to give you a hand clap for that. Hold up, I'm gonna take it back to your days when you was knocking folks out on the football field. Here you go. You might remember this, boy.
Make a clap to this.
But everybody know he got the skill. He just can't stay healthy. It's period. And speaking of which, I know everybody has this attachment to Michael Penix, but it is not looking good. It is not looking good at all. I mean, what's going on, man? But another Falcon fan that just walked in the building, y'all. But yeah, man, it's not looking good for him at all, man. Look, everybody know Michael Penix had this huge arm, this huge upside. But when it comes to these injuries, man, and then the parts that he's hurt as a quarterback, he has to have those parts. And he's sustained an injury to each one of them. So I'm like, if he's able to work his way through it and get back into, rotation where he could, become the Michael Penix of old, like when he first got here. I mean, I my hat's off to him. But even then, man, it's just, we right now we just looking at whether or not he can get back to that 2024, the tail end of that 2024 season. And to me, man, look, everybody has to realize that this is a business. All right. Yeah,
The
everybody have
question
to
I
realize
got
that
for
this is a
you.
business, right? And then it's like this regime does not have an attachment to Michael Penix. Michael Penix is Terry Fontenot's vision. He wasn't Ian Cunningham's vision. But they drafted him high, so they gotta, at least see what he got. But if y'all paid attention to what Matt Ryan said, we're gonna give him everything he needs to get healthy, not everything he needs to come back and play. So,
Here's the question I got for you, because a lot of folks, I've caught hell for it, but me, I don't care. I'm the bad guy. I like being the bad guy. I don't mind. I'm not scared. I'm not scared of you, like Bernie Mac tell him. But my question for you is this.
come on.
You got a guy that out of 8 years, between, and I'm going to speak on Tua as well.
Okay.
You got a guy that out of 8 years, 5 of those years have been season-ending injuries. That's tough for a quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you got Tua, who's had, concussion issues. And I don't like making a joke about it, but he one hit away from being a vegetable.
Yeah.
It's just the truth.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we do have some concerns with both of these guys, but here's the upside with Tua, right? Everybody has seen, everybody who's watched, rather, has seen what Tua went through in Miami. No offensive line. And yes, he has had weapons, but he does not have the weapons that we have for him now. So, and he was literally knocked around like a pinball machine in Miami. He won't get that here. He's going to get protection. And if we give him...
Is he? So we don't got 2 quarterbacks hurt here.
Yeah, I mean...
that right side of the offensive line is my biggest concern. I keep telling people, I don't give a damn who's that quarterback. If that right side of that old... But
it sounds good.
Think about it. That right side been messed up since Matt Ryan was here still. And they never addressed that. If we can't get that side right, it doesn't matter. Y'all can put y'all fandom out the window. This season is going to be rough.
Yeah. It's going to be rough, man. I mean, I'm already looking for it to be rough. I'm not going to sit here and say we're going to win 10, 11, 12 games because we're coming out the gate stumbling. We're coming out stumbling.
Yeah.
I told y'all last week, at best, we're looking like a 5-12 football team.
So all the predictions they were saying that I thought was flabbergastic, but way it started to shape up, I'm like,
I ain't saying no 5 wins, man. 8, 9 wins is achievable with this bunch, but still.
I'm a little bit more optimistic than y'all.
No,
I see, but what we've been putting out there, that 7, 8 wins, that's what it looked like it's going to be again. I mean, you can be optimistic, but that's what we've been the last 4 or 5 seasons during this podcast.
Yeah,
I mean, let's start being realistic. We're gonna suck. Let's see if we can turn that around.
Here's the funny part. But
let's see if we can turn that around.
But here's the funny part. When I've been saying that, I've been called a hater. I've been saying that I'm not a real fan. I've been told this by fans. I've been told this by people in my own group.
Right. But some people it takes people more time to come around. That's the key thing. So this many years of can't get it right. I don't know.
John, you got some internet issues, man. Pop out and pop back in. But let's be real, fellas. And if you really look at it, and this was something that I mentioned in Bumper to Bumper yesterday, it's a difference with catching the pass from a left-handed quarterback and a right-handed quarterback. The spin on the football is way different. And even as a former defensive back, I've gone against both. And I can tell you up front that it looks different coming out. And if you got a left-handed quarterback and majority of America are right-handed at quarterback that you see, it throws you off when you break on the ball. You really have to anticipate. And if you anticipate wrong, you're going to give up a big play. And so this is what's going to be hard for these receivers. Right now, they're working with Jack Strand consistently. They got Jack taking all these snaps. And Fandemic, this was one of the guys I spotlighted way before we took him as an undrafted free agent, if you remember.
Yes, sir.
And I told you, if we get him, I said, this is the thing that's going to be scary.
Yeah.
He ain't small. He'll move around in the pocket. No, he's not a sprint. No, he's not a Josh Allen type. But
Right.
if he gets ahead of steam, he doesn't go around you. He'll go through you. Big
Yeah.
country boy. And
Yeah.
got a howitzer for an arm, and he also has touch on his passes.
Hey, I think he's better. I think he's more accurate than Josh Allen, to be honest with you. I really do. It's something about this kid, man, that's telling me that that we did right by bringing him in here. This is still. I know a lot of people are looking at him like, no, he's just D2 prospect. Guys, we got a lot of people that come from small colleges. We had a lot of people come from small colleges and come in the NFL, not only just make it through the NFL, but become Hall of Famers. So,
Kurt Warner's situation is very similar to this guy we got right here.
Very, very
people don't realize that, but Kurt Warner's situation was very similar to this dude right here coming out of college. The difference is he's not gonna tell the head coach, "Oh, I'm not ready." If you heard the story, Kurt told them coaches when they threw him out there in Green Bay, "I'm not ready," and he got cut, and eventually Arena League, and then World Football League, and then he signs with the Rams, and Trent Green gets hurt, and we see the rest of that.
Yeah,
you got two quarterbacks that we don't know if they even gonna get to week 10. So no, I'm just being honest because Tua is as weak as Tommy Hearns is left is that damn chin of his. Let's just be real. No, hey, Tommy Hearns is a hell of a fighter, but he had no chin, and that's pretty much Tua's health, just like Tommy Hearns' chin.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
We gotta wait and see. No, I said Penix on the other hand, we gotta wait and see. What you got, Fandemic?
Yeah. Here's the thing. What I'm looking at too. I know we got concerns about the offensive line, right? But one thing important that we're missing, we have Bill Callahan as the offensive line coordinator. That guy will get that offensive line right. And when I mean right, I mean not just to sit there and protect Tua, but these guys has the capability of becoming a Super Bowl type offensive line. We already got one tackle that's been there. He's been there already. And what a lot of people are missing too.
Oh, you talking about?
Matthews.
Huh? Matthews, who got whipped like a stepchild and came out with that. Man, get out of here, man. I'm not with that. He got whipped like a stepchild.
Who is this?
The last game of
He talking about Matthews.
Matthews.
What about Matthews?
You said you had somebody on the other side.
Huh?
I don't know.
I said we have a guy who's already played in the Super Bowl.
The kid from Kansas City.
You know what I'm saying? But Matthew played in the Super Bowl too, the one we lost. So that's what I thought you were talking about.
No.
That's what I thought you were talking about.
Hold on. If you talking about wait a minute. If you talking about he's talking about Jawan Taylor. Jawan Taylor is a holding bandit. That man attracts.
Come on, hold on.
That man attracts yellow flags like a turd attracts flies.
Hey, but
that's pretty much what he does.
What you missed though, Ryan. Here's what you missed though. When he was in Jacksonville, he didn't get those calls.
Yes, he did.
He didn't.
That's the reason he got let go.
He was actually one of.
All right, now, Pandemic. All right, Pandemic. You better go do some research.
Look, I did a breakdown on him. Now I do my research. Now he was actually one of the top 10 linemen in the league at right tackle.
So what if I told you we had a Jaguar fan in here, and I can tell you, and we also had a former Jaguar player in here, and Josh Evans, who is still around that organization. Josh even confirmed this. Even when he was coming through here, he's got talent, yes, but his issue is he had a whole bunch of holds. Coach McGriff has come in here, and you got to remember, McGriff, he pulled for the Falcons, but he's a Jaguar fan because he's right there, and he's been watching. He's been watching Jawan Taylor since he was at Florida. Jawan Taylor been attracting flags since then.
Yeah.
So again, if it's any, I'll put it to you like this, Fandemic. I respect the breakdown because he does have that potential if he can stop holding. But I'm gonna give you this: your future starter is an undrafted free agent sitting on the bench right now. And
I like him more than all this holding.
And here's the funny part: when Daniel Flick came on here a couple of weeks ago, I'm gonna give you this: Riley Mauman, who I did a spotlight on, has already made that impression and has been moving furniture. And I'm telling you right now, he's eventually going to be the starter. Once he gets that spot, Jawan Taylor and your boy Ryan Morris ain't starting over him.
I'll applaud that. I'll applaud that. He can come in here and be like Storm Norton and own the position.
He'll wear other mitts.
Kobe Grant crazy. Look at what he said, Van David. He supposed to make Juwan.
Oh, that's a good one.
You know
That was
what?
good.
That is
Coach,
actually
look, that's back in your day right there. Y'all coaches made y'all wear oven mitts while y'all was practicing.
We still do that. What you talking about?
Back
We
in
still do that.
It depends on the coach.
Put those baseball gloves on a couple of guys and duct tape them. So
Hey, but they develop a hell of a punch when you coming in.
Yeah, man. I mean, whatever works, man. But we need to do something with that guy, man. We can't go out there. We keep getting penalty, keep taking 10 steps forward and then 10 steps back because he keeps holding. I mean, that's what I see happen. That's what I see happening. One big play from Tua and back.
Like Troy Anderson. He thinks he's healthy, and he's not. He thinks he's healthy, and he's not.
You think he's healthy?
He's
almost there. I got a hip. I got a bad hip now. Oh, shit.
Cowboy, but here's the thing, like you were saying about the offensive line. I want to ask you this. We're talking about that. And for me, I get laughed at, but so far I haven't been wrong about my undrafted free agents because Kobe got in there. It was like, oh, he got beat down. No, he didn't. Held his own against Mike Evans last year and started to get it. Do you think he's going to get a little bit more time this year at that corner spot and be in that rotation this year?
He should be. He should. I mean, he really answered the bell when he got stuck, stuck on Mike Evans. Mike Evans abused him, but he did. He saw the potential in this cat. He didn't give up. You can see how earnestly hard he tried to guard Mike Evans. And look, Mike Evans is gonna do that to anybody. I don't care.
Mike Evans do that to AJ Terrell, and people hold AJ Terrell up here like he Dion.
Yeah.
So again,
he ain't. He ain't.
Again, but you know what? Everybody got that one receiver that abused him, and it's funny because if you remember hearing Prime sit down with Shannon Sharp, and they were talking about receivers, and Shannon mentioned his brother. He said, "Hey, don't mention your brother."
Yeah.
Dion had a fear of Sterling Sharp. Sterling Sharp, literally, to me, no disrespect to Terrell Owens because he's a Hall of Famer and he's great. But I'm gonna be 100 with you.
Right.
Sterling was what T.O. was supposed to be.
Exactly.
And T.O. was great, but Sterling was one of them dudes that no matter what you did, he was gonna hurt you. And that's just how Mike Evans is. No matter what you do, he's gonna find a way to make a play in the game. It doesn't matter. You could just like Julio used to. So again, we got to see who's gonna be that number 2. A lot of people are sitting there saying, well, Avion's gonna be this. No, Avion would probably end up playing slot, and then AJ Woods right now. AJ Woods right now got that slot on lock. As much as I hate to say it like that, y'all might as well park that one. Yes, he made a play or two today, but Avion's taking second team reps right now.
Yep. They're going to push him to be a starter. They're going to push him in there. And look, we don't know the future of Billy Bowman neither. He's been put on the PUP list, but I think his injury and his rehab.
He got the Achilles.
Serious. Yeah, it's a lot more serious.
He'll be here at the end of this.
He got an Achilles, man. Achilles, that's something you don't play with, man. I mean, everybody. You see what happened with Kirk Cousins, his line behind. I'm healthy, wasn't healthy.
And Kirk, and think about it, and your boy Bowman is a DB, and he got to use his legs. So when you talk about this backpedaling, cutting, pushing off, being able to break on the ball, being able to explode through a ball carrier as he's done, a lot of that hinges on his legs. And that's why we say your legs as a defensive player is your moneymaker because that's where your power comes from. That's where your speed comes from. That's where your jumping ability comes from. I got him at the end of the season.
Come back. Yeah, he may come back. I'm thinking about middle season. I'm thinking we would get Billy Badass back, but it's gonna be a grueling rehab. But I mean, him being so young, he should be making back though.
Yeah, I got him at the end of the season, and the reason I say the end of the season is because it's not only the Achilles you got to worry about. He's got to get back into game shape. And with him getting into game shape, he's going to have to really work at it in practice and do it in his off time. But he still got to build up that callus to be able to hit folks because when you beat on each other throughout the season, you build up a callus. You're sore but you're not as injured. But
Right,
with him
right.
coming in like that, that's going to be really tough for him to come back off of that Achilles. But I think he's going to do it at the end of the season. So,
Now, look,
AB,
it'd be great. It'd be great to get him back late if we go into somebody's playoff, and then it'd be great to get a nice injection of great players coming back to the team. So we'll see.
I agree with you on that. And fan,
I look at I look to bring him back at the bye week. That's late in the season, and that'll give him all the time that he need to even digest whether or not he'll be able to come back. But I wouldn't try to bring him back even up to the wait. I'll wait until the bye week rather.
and here's the other thing I'm gonna put out here, because see, you a headhunter back, pause. You was a headhunter back in the day, knocking folks out. So you know this next topic. I know you're gonna like this one. The linebacking core that they've brought in, they brought in some guys to go with Divine Diablo now, Channing Tindall, and then you got your kid. Then you got the cat that we got from Houston, Christian Harris, out of Alabama. When you look at these linebackers that are already here, JPJ, we already know he's gonna get a suspension. That's just they just not gonna overlook that. He gonna get that. It is what it is. And you got Jalen Walker with these guys as well with this linebacking core. How do you feel about this linebacking core at this point coming up this season? Do you feel as if it could be something special if they can stay healthy and keep JD Bertrand's ass off the field pretty much and really do some damage with these new pieces that we brought in? You're on mute, Fandemic.
I totally agree. Look, it's no secret. I'm stuck on Howard Perkins, stuck on Kendall Daniels. These young guys, they fly over the field. Yes, Caden Ellis, we lost a great football player, talented guy, but these two guys here are going to make all the difference in the world. If everything goes according to how Jeff Albrecht plans it up, scheme it up. But those two guys are going to make all the difference in the world, whether it's on the DB side or whether it's been at the linebacker spot. Those two guys, they're going to be very important. We already know Jalen Walker. We already know JPJ and Divine Diablo. We know what these guys are going to do. But our team, guys, it's not going to be about what one single player is going to be. And that's what I love about Jeff Albrecht. When he schemes it up, it's total team effort. And we saw what happened last year. When JPJ, when he ate, Caden Ellis ate. When Caden Ellis ate, Jalen Walker was able to do what he do. When those three guys did what they were able to do, Divine Diablo was able to do stuff. Those two guys worked, the front line even looked good. So that's something that we've been missing for a long time. And if there's anything on this defense that I'm like really suspect on, is that middle. That's that middle part. That's the only thing that I'm questioning right now.
Well, here's the thing. Got to remember this. Jalen Walker played with issues with his hamstring last year and also with a growing injury last year with 5.5 sacks. Really should have had 7 sacks last year, but they gave those as assisted tackles. But if you really look at what that linebacking core brings to the table with it being athletic, let's be real. And shout out to Mr. Dewey McClain. He's definitely going to be sitting there popping up at the BirdCage party. Former leader of the Grits Blitz defense and also NFLPA president and just retired from politics. Shout out to Mr. Dewey McClain. I talked to him the other day. Dewey got to talk to your boy from Oklahoma, Daniels. And the funny part about it is they know some of the same people around the way where they grew up and all that stuff. And if you really look at it, he stands next to Dewey. Dewey's a tall dude. Dewey's around 6'3", 6'4". Your boy Daniels is about the same height. And he also's got bricks on him. He's not small. Remember this, he was a tweener when he was at Oklahoma State and also at Oklahoma, where he had packages as a strong safety and an outside linebacker because he could run. And then you talk about Harold Perkins. Brian Kelly messed Harold Perkins up. We got him for a steal because you don't go from being the top player in the defensive player in the SEC as a freshman to just falling off abysmal. They didn't know what they were doing with him. Now you bring him in with brick, with the capabilities that Harold Perkins has with speed, size, aggressiveness, and being able to go after ball carriers like they owe him money. This is going to be nastier with Jalen Walker, and then when JPJ gets back.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that. Look, this guy, Kendall Daniels, that guy has range. I'm talking about 6'5", sub 4.5, 40. And look, if you look at the speed of our linebackers, whatever they do, they're gonna look like edge rushers out there. But each one of those linebackers, and I'm not mistaken, excluding the linemen, the average speed on this team is 4.4 on this defense. Guys, this defense is going to be fast. I'm not saying they're going to do what the Grits Blitz did, but they're going to make tackles. And they're going to be
Man,
fast.
hold up. We need them to do what the Grits Blitz did. Hell, we trying to figure out offense
No,
out.
he just trying to temper his expectations. He would love for them to be super Grits Blitz.
Pandemic. I got spoiled last year with 57 sacks. I got spoiled last year.
He said he don't want no thick country grit. He want the running grit so he be faster.
Hey,
I'm not looking for to get the 50 sacks again this year. I'm not looking for it, but I am looking for the interceptions to raise up. I'm looking for that. For us to get more interceptions.
You about to laugh when I say this, Pandemic. I'm gonna tell you this here. Daniels, and Harold Perkins are pretty much Joel Williams and what's my other man's name that played on that defense? You know.
Tell him.
Come on. You talking about the Grizzlies defense. I think we got two linebackers that literally fit that defense when you sit back and talk about, you know?
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing, man. When you talk about that Grits Blitz defense, and you're looking at when we talk about the linebacker core, I'm gonna give you this here. Think about this. You had Dewey McClain, Greg Bazina, Ralph Ortega, Robert Pennywell on that defense. Fulton Kuykendall was hurt, but when he was in, he was held. So I'm giving you this. All those linebackers is exactly what they had back in the day, and we have it now. Pay attention to that.
Yeah.
And all those guys can play pass and they can play run.
Yeah. And you know what was so strange about that defense? That defense was literally thrown together overnight. There were no superstars on that defense outside of Claude Humphrey.
Grits and gravy blitz. Red. That's why it's red beans.
Hey, Cam, we know you got practice. Go ahead and get them kids right for the season. Let the folks know where you at so we can tap into you when you start coaching this year. Mr. Defensive Coordinator, sir. You got a new position.
We're at Heritage Academy now, private school in Maricopa, Arizona. This is their first year in AIA 3A, so looking forward to seeing what I'm gonna be able to accomplish with these guys, and hopefully I'm raising the title at the end of the season.
What's up, man? Good to hear it.
Facts. We appreciate it, Coach Cam.
Yeah.
Coach Cam in the building. We appreciate that, man.
Yeah. But look, man, look what a lot of people are missing, man. It's not what any one individual is going to do for this season. It's what we're going to be able to put together as a team, especially with that quarterback position. I'm not stressing it. I'm looking at Tua, and I'm looking at Tua getting that protection and being able to do with maybe a split second more time to do what he needs to do. I think the offensive line is going to be fine. Matthews, he's going to have to come with his old man strength this year. He really is. I know he's wearing down, and but he's going to have to dig deep because he got some guys he's going to have to play against this year. Ruben Bain on his side. So,
I mean, he got. I mean, it just.
Hey, Dub, look at this. Wait a minute. No, hold up. We gonna stop the press. See, I see what you did just now. See, you sitting there. See, he putting some plug love in there for his damn Hurricanes. He ain't slick.
Ruben Bain.
Ruben Bain ain't played down in the NFL yet, and he already sliding it in there. See, you dirty.
He ain't said Herbie boy is real good out here, man. You know, hey man, he the boy. It's some dogs coming off them ends, man.
Hey, Carolina is another team that we gonna wrap it up after this one. But New Orleans is New Orleans. We already know they still trying to figure it out. But I keep saying this: the team that is the most dangerous in this division is right up the road from us in Carolina. And if you look at their defense, they got one of the toughest defenses. Might have not had the year we had, but they showed up when it came to playing us. And they showed us that they can hang their foot between our hip pockets. That's just what they did. Yeah. And now that they've added to that team, you know, Chris Brazzell, speed receivers, out for the season. He had to get knee surgery, as you saw. But they still have Leggett. They still got Tyson on that team. And they literally added to that offensive line. It, like, let's be real. And they built an O-line around your boy up there, Bryce Young.
Yeah, and they got Chet, man. He was destroying us.
Yeah.
And here's the scary part. And then here's the thing, Fandemic. Your boy got to deal with Xavier Harris, 6'8", 300. This is a kid that we wanted to come to Atlanta. He ran 350, 360, and he had the most batted passes down in the SEC this year.
Yeah, for sure.
Because he definitely beat us down in that Sugar Bowl. He was a problem for us. Collapsing the pocket, sacking Gunner, and now your boy is getting ready to get trial by fire at that center spot.
He sure is. Yeah. But I got a lot of faith in Brockermeyer, man. He was.
I like Brockermeyer. I like the Brockermeyer.
He was bred.
I really like him. I like the Brockermeyer at Miami. I think he's a steal. That's just my opinion.
We might have I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm putting expectations on them folks for my old school Falcons out there. We might have our Jeff Van Note.
I pray
my new school Falcons out here that don't know who he is, do some research on him. Google's free.
Yeah.
We might have another Alex Mack on our hands because he's highly intelligent. Yeah. And he's one of those nasty guys in the front. And he likes a good fist fight.
Hey, so you know who played with Jeff Van Note? Brockermeyer's father.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Look at God, dude. Look what God did.
I figured you was about to say it because I said, look, I'm gonna wait and see if you say it.
Yeah. But look, Brockermeyer, that joker was born hiking a football. He was bred for this position. They tried to make him play guard. He didn't, he didn't want to do it. He wanted to follow what his father did. They tried to make him a tackle. He was like, absolutely not. He wanted to hike the ball. That guy trained by his father. And
think about it. We switched Jeff Van Note to center. Most people don't know that Jeff Van Note was a defensive lineman in Kentucky.
Yeah.
And he was a quarterback in high school. Most people don't know that about Jeff Van Note.
Yeah. Exactly.
All they thought was the missing teeth, and they didn't realize he's a highly intelligent man. Yeah, so again, the one thing I can say about those Falcons in the past is football IQ was high and common sense was high. Hopefully we can get the same with these Falcons. But speaking of that, man, we got one more commercial break, and then we're going to go ahead and take a leave of absence. But before we get to that commercial break, let the folks know where they can find you at, Fandemic.
Yeah, y'all know where to find me at. Look at YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, even now Twitch. I mean, I can be found just about anywhere, man. Look, I appreciate all the ones that's been riding with me. Ryan, appreciate you having me up on this stage. I know I should have came in the beginning of the show because I had so much to share with you guys. But look, listen, I got something brewing, right? That's going to benefit the fans of everybody that chats. It's going to benefit these content creators, and it's something that nobody else is doing that I think we should be doing. So look out for that announcement this weekend. This weekend, either Friday or Saturday, when I go live, I'm going to announce what I'm going to be doing. So all the donations that you guys have been giving me, guess what? I told you guys all the donations going to go back to the show. So I got a little something brewing. So look out for that as well. You content creators, y'all tune in because it's going to benefit you. This is, like I said, it's going to be live. It's going to be lit. You guys are going to benefit from it as well. But like I said, I'm going to say this too, because I was on a Carolina Panthers podcast Wednesday.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody scared of no Brittle Bryce. We coming to get that. So look, just rise up. Hey, look, as always, y'all.
Don't leave yet. Wait a minute. Don't leave yet because, see, I need you to take a look at this quick commercial because we're going to need your commitment to come through on this day here. Y'all step back. We got you. The BirdCage LLC looks to do it again. We got the Falcons Steelers watch party September the 13th, 2026. What location do you say? At Dave & Buster's in Marietta, Georgia.
Now hand me about 4 or 5 little biscuits. I sure am hungry.
On the game day menu, there will be sliders, wings, fries, bottomless non-alcoholic drinks, but we also have a cash bar for those who want to get their drink on, and also we have a full-fledged menu with waiters and waitresses that are going to take your orders. Also, we have on the ones and twos DJ Swats in the building. We're going to have former ball players to come through to the party. Your ticket also registers you for a raffle giveaway. Hey, we got to hit this thing hard like we hit the Saints. Make sure you get your tickets. You don't want to miss. You know how we get down.
You either get right or you get left. Go.
See, that's how you throw a jab at the Saints in your own commercial. It's always the hell with them boys there. It's Christmas every time we play them.
Right,
So,
so
Pandemic, man, put it into your schedule. You got a month to do this. Put it into your schedule. Tap in with us or whatnot, because we're going to be at Dave & Buster's. Dewey McClain and a few former Falcons are gonna be there. I had to let that little bit of cat out the bag, but it might be some Steelers to come, some former Steelers to come through, and some other players. We're working on some stuff, but we definitely want you to come through. Tickets $40, but like you say, you get a show, you get food, and we got raffle prize giveaways, man. So tap in with us, Pandemic.
Oh man, I wish I had time to put together my little thing too, because that would actually be perfect for what I got planned. But we can always schedule another day for it, man. Like I said, man, the content creator going to benefit from it. The fans are going to benefit from it. So it's going to be very important, though. It's going to be very important that the fans tap into these content creators' lives and give your comments and listen in, because, like I said, you guys are going to benefit from it. And I know y'all going to be ready to like put me at the top, but I can't do it. I'm the host of it. I'm the sponsor of it. So like I said, I appreciate you guys helping everything that y'all do, man.
Sure, man.
Appreciate you coming through.
Yeah. All right.
I'll catch you on the next one, my guy. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, my boy. Another great episode. Hey, we'll catch y'all next week. You know how, same time, same place, right here in the cage. We'll see you then. Y'all enjoy training camp and y'all be safe getting there. We'll catch you next time. Ghost.